It's the Weekly Wrap with your host, broadcasting legend Bruce Wolf, and his trusty sidekick, comedian Tim Slagle. And now, without further ado, Bruce Wolf.
Tim Slagle in for Bruce Wolf with Dale Irvin on the Weekly Wrap. Just a little note for those of you who have missed Bruce, miss. For those of you who have missed Bruce, he will be back in his chair next week. Things will be back to normal. It's I don't know if I'll be. He'll probably take on. He'll probably say, you know, Dale, I like you better than Slagle.
Most people do. Well, Tim, I'm glad to be back here with you again. And as I know by now, my first duty is to try and guess your background. So I have a couple of options in my mind. First of all, it may be the aftermath of Lollapalooza, which turned Grant Park into a giant mud pit, or it may be the SpaceX rocket that crashed into the moon, or possibly a hammer and sickle, in respect to the elections that came up. So I'm guessing one of those three.
Yeah, well, you're pretty close on number 3 there. It's
Okay.
apparently they're pretty confident that they're going to take the House and the Senate again, and they've already followed Trump's lead in remodeling the Capitol building. So there you go.
Jeez.
Looks vaguely familiar. I can't really place what I'm looking at, but
Well, I like all the towers so that the congressman can get up in the towers and yell and rant.
yeah, they'll have the hourly call to order.
Oh, well, it's been quite the week, I'll tell you that, boy. It's a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, communism is making a comeback. Isn't that after a 4-decade-long break, the Communist Party USA has picked up the hammer and sickle to resume the glorious struggle of electoral politics. That's the candidates.
Why are we letting them? Why are we letting them?
Well, is it we? I think it's them. They are letting them. I think, you know what I think it is? I think it's kind of like I think it's kind of like retro hipster, ironically cool to be a communist now. You know, kind of like listening to music on vinyl. It's kind of,
but at least that makes the music better. I mean, this is going to make everything bad.
Well, they say it's better. It's it's filled with cracks and pops and hisses. That's what they enjoy. True. I think that brings a warm, nostalgic feeling to them. I mean, come on, CDs. Nothing sounds better than CDs. And if you know anything about the record industry, most of the albums that you buy were recorded from digital anyway. So what they do is they record in digital and then transfer to vinyl. Yeah, nobody's going direct to vinyl anymore. The days of playing into an Edison wax reel and then making duplicates of it are long gone.
Mary had a little lamb.
I look at the resurgence of communism. I look at it as like Applebee's restaurant, because every time I go to Applebee's, I have a crappy meal. And I say, okay, that's it. I am never going to Applebee's again. And then, son of a gun, I'm driving late at night, and there's that neon apple in the distance. And I go, well, maybe they got better. I mean, they wouldn't be around this long if they hadn't gotten better, right?
Well, people's tastes haven't improved, so that's I will not stand in line for toilet paper if they take over. That's all I know. I will not do that again.
No, not as long as you can get free Korans in the airport. Why would you? So that's it. It's Maine is elected a communist. New York mayor's a communist. Michigan, Abdul Al-Sayed.
Yeah. Man, that ain't no Irish name, I'll tell you that.
He won over Betty Boop. I've only seen her. I can't remember her name offhand.
Haley Stevens.
Yeah, I knew that.
Oh.
making fun of the cartoon-like voice
Okay.
from which she was well known. She promised slower communism. I think it's you got two buttons here. You have communism quickly or communism eventually.
That's a
And
progressive, is communism eventually.
progressing towards a cliff. That's what a cliff that people have fallen off many. Yeah, that's what it is. It's kind of like the Sleeping Dunes National Park. You know what
Been there.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? It's please do not go down here. Whatever you do, do not go down here. It is very, very hard to get out of. It's dangerous. We may have to rescue you. And if we do, it'll cost you $3,000. And there's always a dozen people every day going, well, how hard can it be?
I was in college. I went to college at Valparaiso. So every so often we'd get in somebody's car and go up to the dunes and hang out and play and stuff and climb up the mountains. And fortunately, back then, nobody ever got swallowed. But if they had, they'd still be there. We would have gotten home.
Well, the dunes, yeah, the Indiana dunes are pretty much. I don't know that they ever were as tall as Sleeping Bear dunes. I have a feeling they might have been at one point, but people decided they liked glass, and so they started. Is my neighborhood here in northwest Indiana used to be all dunes.
Wow.
Yeah, we're I think we're the most ancient lake shore where I live. It's and then there's another lake shore that runs through along Ridge Road, and then of course there's the current lake shore. So I mean there were three sets of dunes, and ours was almost completely eviscerated for glass manufacturing. So
Oh, darn. I never knew that before. You should look in your backyard for like fossils of dinosaurs and stuff, you know. It might be buried back there.
actually no, it's mine is a backyard is all recovered swampland, so it's sedimentary clay. It's
Ah,
that's all I can't even.
which is a great name for a rapper. Sedimentary clay here.
So anyway, that's the election, and here's something interesting. This applies to you. Well, this applies to both of us, really, Dale. It's because you're in one of the collar communities of Chicago,
Yep.
and
Yep.
I'm in Northwest Indiana. So, and this probably it's a good news for the entire WJOB listening audience is that sales tax is going up in Illinois.
That's right. What, a 1/4% again. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
a little bit at
10
a time, you know.
10.5. I had no idea it was double digits, to be
I
honest
didn't
with you.
either. I didn't either. I thought it was bad enough that they're charging me an extra 3% when I pay with credit card. You know, now I got to do this.
Yeah, but that's going to the store. I mean, that's a fee they used to have to pay, but by law they weren't allowed to pass on to the consumers. And I think it was what's his face Schumer that changed that, or Turdbin, or I think Schumer and Turdbin worked on that one together. But that's what that is. But yeah, 10%. Holy cow!
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But all that's going to do, it's just going to force more traffic across that state line. So now it's the trade triangle coming in, taking home groceries, fireworks, and cigarettes will be going that way, and then of course the pot will be coming in. So
Gasoline is much cheaper in Indiana. I have to go to Ohio tomorrow. I figure I'm not filling up my tank till I get to Indiana.
yeah, absolutely. And you don't do it right away. Little hint to all you Illinois residents looking for the cheaper gas: don't do it right away, because the ones right on the border know what you're coming for.
Ah, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's you gotta go a little bit inland and off the beaten path, and then you can find it. It's last time I filled up, I think it was 275. So
Wow.
yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
it's way cheaper here.
I guess $2 cheaper almost.
Yep. Yep. And that's because we don't fund Illinois potholes.
Well, I'm going to take Tupperware with me and bring some back because, at that price, that's a bargain.
Yeah. Yeah. You're wondering more people aren't getting the jerry cans.
Which, of course, they can't call them that anymore.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah. It's because the jerry cans were originally a German design for
Right,
gas cans.
right.
Is that the British design would break because of the pressure changes when they're in the heat. But the German cans were indestructible, so they were called jerry cans.
There you
A
go.
little, it's your second little bit of irrelevant information that you
You
really
learn
did.
something I hear every week. You learn something.
Oh,
I remember Jerry's kids. They were different completely, but Jerry Lewis's kids on the telethon.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I was going to we got lots of stories coming up in the next segments. As you mentioned, we had a SpaceX crash. We had the fourth assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Is Perez Hilton trying to be relevant again? And that all those stories and more coming up for you this hour on Tim Slagle, Dale Irvin in for Bruce Wolf on the Weekly Wrap. Tim Slagle in for Bruce Wolf with Dale Irvin on the Weekly Wrap. It's so with the new government in New York and Chicago, it seems that a big thing is the grocery stores. Is that they think that the government can distribute food better than the private sector.
They did so well with the cheese.
Oh yeah, yeah. And if you believe that, I've got a bread line in Minsk I can send you to. I actually heard someone talking today. They said, every place where the government distributes the food, people are starving.
Yeah.
There is no place on earth there's government food that it's plentiful and cheap. And a friend of mine suggested if they do it, that New York is saying 20 to 30% off on the groceries. That's how much you're going to save.
Yeah, right.
And a friend of mine said, well, all the Asian grocery stores are just going to go there first thing in the morning because they're going to be up before the deadbeats, and they're going to clean out the stores and put them in their own inventory.
And when you're looking at the food you bought and checking the ingredients, look for the ingredient Soylent Green because that may very possibly be coming.
There actually is a health. Did you know that?
No.
There actually is a health food product out now called Soylent Green.
Oh man.
And it's just funny. It's I don't know if they were aware when they chose the name. They said, "Oh my gosh, Soylent Green, what a great name for a health food." And yet no one has claimed that trademark yet. Gee, I wonder why.
They don't sell chicken fingers, they sell real fingers.
Well, the people they took them off of might have been afraid. So
there you go.
So they might be real chicken fingers. It's they tried this. They tried this in Kansas. I think they tried it. They tried it, and people could not stand going into that grocery store. And there's the ad for Soylent Green.
I'll be darned.
Complete science-backed nutrition in every bottle.
Just the look on that guy's face too. He's drinking people. He knows that.
It's complete science-based nutrition, and maybe your uncle in every bottle.
You can also, if when you die, you can also now be composted, so that you can be put back into the garden to grow more plants. But they're making human compost now,
Hmm. The worms crawl in, I guess, huh?
apparently.
And uh, but here's the other thing about the government grocery store, and I know this is going to happen, is the people are going in there and they're going to walk around and they're going to go, there's no chips. There's no Hostess snack cakes. There's no candy. There's no pop. What the heck? What kind of crummy grocery store is this? It's all that.
Where's the ice cream aisle? Where is that?
It's all lean chicken and kale.
That sounds like a morning radio team. Hey, it's lean chicken and kale in the morning.
And anyway, they tried it. They tried it in Chicago.
Yeah.
Is when Whole Foods left. They tried to bring in a retailer to take it over, and they said, we can't do this. This does not work.
We'll call it the People's Foods.
Here in Indiana, we're about to I forget the date on that, but we're about to ban SNAP card uses for sugary drinks and snack products. It's
And I don't know if I disagree with that, because you're getting the cards because you can't get regular nutrition, reasonably priced. So I don't know if I'm, using your card to get candy. I don't know. That's just me.
Well, yeah. What good tuna noodle casserole does not have potato chips on it? That's an important ingredient for a Friday meal if you're a Lenten Catholic like I grew up. It's those potato chips on top of the tuna noodle casserole.
And you've also got, a can of Old Style, but you can't use your SNAP benefits for that either. So
well, yeah, which a lot of times you use if you make a pot roast. You throw in or
right.
when you boil your bratwurst. You put in a can of beer, and you're right. You can't use it for that. You've just gotta switch recipes, I guess. So anyway, Spain made a heck of a mistake. They said, hey, we'll take as many migrants as want to come here.
They read Biden's book, is what happens. This is a good idea. Let's let them in.
I thought it was Kamala's book. I thought she was the border czar.
Either one, yeah. Well, she was the czar, but spelled it ZAR, so it really didn't count.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure she woke up one morning out of a blackout drunk.
I'm the what?
I got good news and bad news. The bad news is your borders are.
My borders are what?
The good news is nobody expects you to do anything about it. So
yeah, they're having issues now that they started letting them in, and people are just flocking because they want out of the other country in Africa.
well, I hate to say I make fun of people for not knowing their geography. Is one of my favorite clips you see now on Facebook is a guy named Brian Atlas asking OnlyFans geography questions, and it's always hilarious. It's like,
I can imagine.
is what country is Baja California in? California? No, country. Oh, Africa?
America, it's California. Got to be America.
So I did not know that portions of Morocco still belong to Spain.
I wasn't aware of that either before, this all started happening, but
Yeah, yeah. Apparently, they had a few islands and peninsulas off Morocco, and I think is the operative word here, because the last thing you want to do is starting to bring them to the mainland, and
oh yeah.
'cause they're not too happy with them down there, It's making the Spanish people rethink fascism, I think.
Great. That's great. We got the fascists and the communists and unfortunately the realists are disappearing.
Well, actually, I was thinking about that because everyone says, when communism is making a comeback, they go, no, 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 it's not communism, it's democratic socialism.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
It's like saying, I'm not really a Nazi. I'm more of a democratic fascist. Yeah, we still put people into camps, but you get to vote on who goes. So it's a much fairer society. Anyway, so that's that's what happened in Spain. It's they're overwhelmed and about to lose their Moroccan colonies.
But they won the FIFA World Cup, so you can't complain about everything.
Meanwhile, Florida just passed a law that there will be no kids allowed at drag shows, and it was upheld by a federal appeals court. That yes, Florida does have the right to keep kids away from drag shows. So,
And I don't disagree with that because back when comedians dressed in drag, Flip Wilson and I can't think of the other guy's name, but they dressed it, but you knew that they were guys just dressed up as girls. These guys want to be girls and look like them, and tape and tuck and do all the other stuff. And I don't know. I don't think a kid needs to see that.
yeah. It's the more importantly, why does a guy want to do that in front of a kid?
Exactly.
I think that is the better question. Chris chimes in here. Milton Berle used to do
Milton
it.
Berle, that's the guy I was trying to think of.
Tyler Perry made $1 billion doing it.
Yep.
Eddie Murphy did it. It's just Monty Python, Kids in the Hall. I mean, it has been a staple. Men dressing as women has been a staple of comedy since Shakespeare, I believe.
But now it's not comedy. They're taking it to burlesque or whatever.
Yeah. And the other thing, if you really look at the way that drag queens portray women, it's not flattering.
No.
It is the gender equivalent of blackface.
That's a very good point. I would think if I was a woman, I would feel that way. Because absolutely.
Well, I identify as a woman occasionally, and I am offended by that. So
I only do that when the men's room is full.
Yeah, it's I often do that. And if I get caught using the other room, and they go, "That's the women's room," it's like, "Hey, it's 2026. Get over it."
Can't we all get along?
I think we could throw this in quick as the Qatar cutter. Actually, that's why I think we call it Qatar. The cutter gift has been put up on blocks. Is that Trump will no longer not only not use the cutter Air Force cutter, he won't even put it up at the library.
Well, he said he's going to put the current Air Force One, which I don't think he owns, up at the library. And, that's going to be like, I went to Graceland and Elvis had his own plane, there that you could walk on and see. And, if he wants to be like Elvis, God love him.
Well, Ronald Reagan has his jet. Ronald Reagan has his Air Force One. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe they all get one. It's
Obama.
away gift.
You go to the Obama library. I think he has his first class ticket on display.
And Biden's got his receipts from Uber. So,
Anyway, we got lots more stories coming up next. Tim Slagle with Dale Irvin in for Bruce Wolf on the Weekly Wrap. Tim Slagle with Dale Irvin in for Bruce Wolf on the Weekly Wrap. And if you haven't been listening earlier, Bruce will be back next week. So you won't have to deal with my stuttering any longer.
What about me?
Well, you'll still be with me every week on Another Day Above Ground, the podcast for baby boomers. Yes, you can visit us at anotherdayaboveground.com. Go in and listen to our podcast every week. It will make you laugh. It'll help you relieve pain by
Exactly.
encouraging laughter.
And while it's designed for baby boomers, even other generations find it funny too. So give it a hear.
Yeah, they don't get the jokes about Jackie Gleason, though. Anyway, here's something interesting. It was supposed to be in the last segment, and then I went back and looked at it. I go, oh, we got to talk about this. Is the Trump administration is moving to shut down a Kentucky organ donation group. And no, these aren't Hammonds that they're giving up for the Baptist churches that scattered across Kentucky. No. Apparently, there is a Kentucky organ donation group accused of continuing plans for organ retrieval from some patients who unexpectedly showed signs of life.
You imagine waking up and you go, hey, that's my kidney, pal, you got in your hands. Put it back.
Prompted a spike in people around the country revoking their organ donor registrations.
I can imagine.
Are you a registered organ donor?
I am not, no.
Yeah. Any reason?
No. I mean, the thought has occurred to me that, I'd want to be good and dead before they took anything out, but
sure.
But not any specific reason.
For me, it's a protest. Is I own my body, and therefore I should be allowed to sell it. That's why I'm in favor of legalized prostitution and selling your organs. I got 2 kidneys and no sailboat. What's wrong with this picture?
I still got an appendix if anybody wants one of those. I can give you that at a good price.
I got one, but it's in a jar. They used to allow that back then.
Wow.
But no, I mean, why can't you charge? It's actually the Congress declared your organs as a national resource, and it's illegal to sell them. Did you know that?
No, it's my resource, and if you're going to take it, you're going to pay for it.
That's right. The organization they're closing down is Network for Hope, as in, I hope he doesn't wake up. That's okay, pal. We still got dialysis, okay?
Hope and change.
It's a little thing, and you should find this interesting. As a friend of mine who's a nurse said that in the emergency room there, they refer to motorcycles as donor cycles.
Right. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. Doesn't stop you though, does it?
No, it doesn't. No.
Anyway.
They're still going to pay for my heart. I'll tell you that.
Anyway, here's another story. I thought this was just great. Is that SpaceX set a record, and they're not counting this as a record. I think this should be a record. They are the first private company to land on the moon.
I don't know if land is the correct word here.
Well,
I mean, it just smashed into them. I remember that old cartoon. As a matter of fact, I have a statuette of it with the moon with a smiling face and a rocket in its eye.
Oh yeah, that's George Millet I just posted that picture on my Facebook page, Tim Slagle at Facebook, and you can actually see a little GIF of it's called A Trip to the Moon. It was done by George Millet. He was the pioneer in special effects art. Is that he just did these little short films for back when you'd watch a movie with the crank with your eyes and I forget what those things are called, but
a crank machine.
He apparently a Falcon 9 rocket went out of control, and he had other plans for the rocket, but I think it was too big to re-enter the atmosphere. It wasn't fast enough that he could send it to the sun. So he sent it to the moon, and bammo, 60-foot crater.
Wow.
And already progressives want to cite him for littering.
Well, he didn't really land on the moon. He hit the target. Is what he did.
Yeah. I guess if you're actually putting people on, you don't want to come in that hot.
No.
I think it's where's that? See if I can find. There was something like 4,500 miles per hour. 5,400. I got dyslexic. 5,400 miles per hour when it's smashed. 7 times the speed of sound, which makes no sense because there's no sound in the
So
moon.
sound on the moon.
No one can hear you say, "Get out of the way," because Elon screwed up.
Well, I hope he didn't take out that flag that we planted there 30 years ago.
No, that's on Mars.
Didn't we planted a flag on the moon, didn't
No,
we?
I'm making a joke. It was,
Oh, okay.
I forget, it was a congresswoman said that there was a Mars lander conference, and she said, "Are they going to be able to see the flag we put there?"
Gotcha.
Anyway, a little inside joke for someone that's been listening to talk radio for the past 30 years. And speaking of Mars, we're one step closer to finding if there was life on Mars. And
The way they're defining life, it's like it's fossilized molecules or something. I don't know if I want for life. I want to see something walking around. Okay, then you got life on Mars. But other than that,
no, then you have civilization on Mars. There's a.
There you go. That's what I want to see.
That was Gizmo, I believe, that Chris is putting up there now from the Flintstones.
It's like the zoo.
Oh, the big kazoo. Yeah. I don't know who Gizmo was. And I know there were 2 moon men in Bullwinkle too. I forget what their names were.
Well, I hope they were undercover when that thing crashed in.
And then who was the Martian from the Looney Tunes? That was just Martian, wasn't it? Martin the Martian or something like that. He talked like Sammy Davis Jr.
And there was my favorite Martian, which was an actual human who came from Mars.
Yep. Ray Walston and Bill Bixby.
Yep.
Anyway, so yeah, they found mudstones in the Jezero crater, and they said there was probably once a deep lake, so there might have been microbes in that. I'm of the mind that life is spread throughout the universe is like matter. It is everywhere. This might be the only place where it involved sentience, but I believe that it had to come here from somewhere, right?
Well, I'm thinking too that since I believe that God created the universe and then he put man on earth and he's looking at it now going, this isn't working out nearly as much as I thought it would. So I think we're going to let this place burn up. We're going to Mars next, starting all over again.
Or maybe we are the start over again.
It could be.
Like,
could be.
Well, that didn't work. I think Mars, its atmosphere is like almost all CO2. So maybe, I don't know, maybe
your drinks will never go flat.
Maybe Al Gore was right. Huh? In other news, sailors on the USS Lincoln outside Iran are exhausted and suffering from poor morale. Those guys have been on the ship for 250 days. And,
and they say they're running out of food, government food, That's what they're running out of. They're down to like 3 crackers and a Tootsie Roll a day or something. It's not good.
It's they want to go ashore just for a little falafel maybe.
Well, what if you like to call it? I don't know what they call those women over there.
Bessie.
Come on, man, I need some falafel here.
No, we usually ride the camel into town. I love that joke. But yeah, 250 days. It's apparently they're running out of hot water. They're running out of food. There's holes in the deck. And
there's 5,000 people on there.
Oh man.
I've been on board an aircraft carrier in San Diego. I forget the name of the one that take you through on tours. And it's not roomy. I mean, you're sleeping in very cramped quarters with like 4 other guys and stuff, and it can't be fun. Cannot be fun.
Well, the thing is now, though, and this probably solved a problem that existed in the Navy for centuries. As I think you're the what you quoted Winston Churchill for me about
Right,
what has
right.
not changed about the Navy in hundreds of years.
Is rum, sodomy, and the lash.
Not necessarily in that order.
See, if these guys are low morale, they need something to pick them up, and they have that big deck out there. I suggest pickleball because it seems to be working for other people to keep them entertained. So they'd have room for a nice ball court or two on that deck.
My dad was a veteran of two wars, number two or number 11, and the Korean War. There's another talk radio inside joke. Number 11 and the Korean War. And he said that they would play baseball on the decks of aircraft
Oh,
carriers.
okay.
That it was big enough to have a full ball diamond. But
Wow.
yeah, you don't want to go too far trying to get an out on that. Just let it be a homer.
And you want to pick up all the bases before the planes take off.
Especially yeah. Anyway, we still got more to talk about. We got plenty of stories. Please stay with us after this break with Tim Slagle, Dale Irvin in for Bruce Wolf on the Weekly Wrap. Tim Slagle, Dale Irvin in for Bruce Wolf on the Weekly Wrap. This story came up this week. It's a man fakes his death to escape drunk driving charges. And
this was in China, where I imagine drunk driving, they kill you or whatever. But yeah, this was his, I think, fifth or sixth DUI, and he knew he'd be going to jail on this one. So he told people he was dead.
Well, yeah, 'cause it doesn't work. It doesn't work right there at the spot where you get pulled over. You can't. No, I'm dead. No, that does not work. He went to great extents though. He just didn't say I'm dead. He actually went as far as to fake his death. He went out and he bought a coffin. And that was that was his mistake.
Well, he got his family in on it, so they're now, they're abetting this crime. And the police sensed something was a little hinky because somebody was still taking money out of his bank account, even though he was dead. So they looked at the surveillance video, and it was him.
Yeah, but they went to great extent. They stuck him in a bathtub full of ice cubes to get him really cold, and then put him in a bed, and then called the neighbors in to say, look, he died. And the neighbors came in and felt him, and he was ice cold. And they didn't see his face though. They put a handkerchief over his face, so he didn't make that death face.
Right.
Which is I'm not sure but they couldn't tell. So they said they didn't see his face. But then they took the coffin that he had bought, which, like I said, was a fatal mistake. You should have had the relatives buying the coffin. And then after the funeral, he snuck out of the coffin. So, I mean, I think he probably sat there did he sit there in the coffin, or was it closed coffin? But he was in the coffin for some period of time. And then and then late at night snuck out and they buried the coffin without him. So.
And how do you buy your own coffin? You walk in and say, hey, you got something for a guy my size?
You can get one at Walmart, and I think Costco.
Yeah.
You're a Costco member. You can probably get a coffin at Costco.
Right, but I imagine it's a little different in China. I don't know. Maybe do
what?
They have
What, you think anything in Costco doesn't come from China?
I don't know. I thought all the coffins came from IKEA.
Yeah, it wasn't an assemble yourself coffin. But yeah, is that there was no death certificate. They never called a doctor to make sure he was dead. That was kind of suspicious. And that's when, they said, let's look into his bank account. And, again, should have had his relatives going in, taking the money out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But
But,
oh
but,
no, nobody will
but,
recognize me. I'm dead.
but then again, if your family is the kind of family that'll lie to get you off a DUI, you don't trust them to get with your bank account with your ATM card. I don't
Dollar for
think.
him, dollar for me. Dollar for him, dollar for me.
And apparently, he is going to spend 5 months in prison for the crime of faking his death. I don't know
Uh,
what the actual charge is, but which is kind of
Bad acting.
interesting.
Charged with bad acting. Yeah.
Well, the prisons would be a lot fuller than they are now. No word on whether or not he had to still do time for the um, DUI charge.
Oh well, he's in a heap of trouble.
So, do you know who Perez Hilton is? Do you remember Perez Hilton?
Isn't he an alleged influencer or something who just
Yeah,
makes all these
he
posts?
was
Yeah.
an influencer before there was a such thing as influencer.
Right, right,
He was kind of a nasty gossip guy.
right, right.
And he got away with it because he was part of a marginalized community. So he was allowed to say a lot of things that some people would get in trouble for.
And it marginalized in what way?
What?
How was he?
Wh-
Why was it a marginalized community?
Oh, Hispanic gay, I
Oh,
think.
okay,
I think
okay,
I think he's a member of two intersectionalities.
okay.
And
So it'd make him a homo senor, I guess.
a homoero, I think it is. Well, actually, I think the word is maricon, but I don't know if we can say that on the air.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not. Um, of course, we know his real name is not Perez Hilton.
Get
Uh,
out. He
yeah,
changed
yeah,
his name too?
yeah. He changed his name. It was apparently he's buddies with Paris Hilton, and he did it as a tribute to her, and he's never dissed her. So everyone still thinks that they're still buddies. So.
Ah, ah.
But his real name is Mario Armando Lavanderia.
Well, I'm surprised Paris Hilton didn't take that name.
Lavanderia, though, I think, I could be wrong. That's washroom.
I thought baño was washroom in
No,
Spanish.
no, that's the bath. The
Ah,
bath.
okay. Oh
La,
boy.
la.
No wonder people looked at me weird.
Yeah. No, 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 you smell fine, man.
You want me to go in here? This
Yeah, okay.
okay.
So I hope you have another shower curtain. So anyway, he live TikToked himself cutting himself
Like on the arm or something, or
like all over. I don't know if you saw
oh,
pictures of it. They're pretty heinous. It's he's covered with blood, and somebody called. He was 30 minutes. He was sitting there, I guess, with a razor blade cutting himself, saying, "I want to die." And police came to the door and arrested the person who appeared to be Perez Hilton. It's at that point he was a mess. Like I said, if you saw the pictures, it's just and they said that he received medical attention, which is good because that's all he wanted, just attention.
now see if that was me. If you're going to do yourself in with a real long process like that, I would prefer to basically beat myself to death. Okay, I'll be back.
I did that when I was 16. I tried that one. Anyway, and this'll probably take us to the end of the hour. Uh, uh, Entire theater evacuated during Spider-Man screening due to moviegoers' uncontrollable bout of rotten flatulence.
How bad is this? A whole movie theater, and you let one go that just makes everybody gag in their popcorn. I mean, that's wow. Wow.
That is a talent.
Why isn't this guy over in Iran? That's all I want to
know. or at least in a freak show at some state fair.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I can't imagine how bad that was to empty the entire theater and what people were saying on their way out, Who stepped on a frog?
and they show pictures of somebody who was in the theater dressed as Spider-Man, and it makes you think that was the perp. It doesn't actually accuse them, and they do not name the guy who it was. He was unidentified, so it's apparently Spidey's got more than a web shooter.
That guy woke up and said, okay, here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to eat about maybe a dozen hard-boiled eggs and then some broccoli and some other, and then I'm going to dress up like Spider-Man and go to the movies.
Yeah. Real spiders shoot web out that end. That silk comes out the end.
Well, there you go. Another fun fact you learned here.
And theater was evacuated. I don't know if they got refunds on the tickets, but I think, and now I could be wrong on this, but I think that the same thing happened at a Supergirl screening.
Wow.
That's what I believe. But when they investigated, they found out it was just the film.
That would be fun though, to go to a movie theater with like one of those cans of fart in a can and just let it go, and see if it would clear out the theater.
I'm pretty sure. Well, that's what they said. They don't know for sure. There's a very good chance that it was that it was actually a stink bomb or something of that effect. That it wasn't necessarily.
And Spider-Man's last words were before he left, "What do you mean you won't pull my finger? I'll show you."
Anyway, that takes us to the end. Anything you want to mention quickly, Dale?
Well, listen to Tim and my other podcast, Another Day Above Ground. Always a fun time. Visit my website, daleirvin.com, and follow me on YouTube, where every Friday you'll see my Friday Funnies, which contains even odder stories than you've heard right now.
And that's it. For Bruce Wolf, who will be back next week, it's Tim Slagle, Dale Irvin, in on the Weekly Wrap.
And that's the Weekly Wrap on radio and television. Follow Bruce at Bruce Wolf Shy on Twitter and Tim at timslagle.com. The Weekly Wrap with Bruce Wolf, a CP Pods production.